Hey guys, welcome back and happy Wednesday. All right, guys, well, as you know, this is pre-recorded because we're on a flight to Los Angeles, so there's a lot to cover. But in the meantime, we're back to talk about Diana Jenkins, who's now calling out Garcelle Beauvais for laughing over a comment about Erica on fire. I know you guys saw this last week's episode. If you didn't, well, we'll get into it thanks to Reality Blur. But before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so it looks like Diana Jenkins took to her Instagram story over the weekend to call out Garcelle Beauvais over some comments that she made while talking with Cherise Zampino on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, after Garcelle was seen telling the new friend of the show how, hot she was about her encounter with Erica at the group's disco party, noting that she wants nothing to do with her and wouldn't throw water on her if she was on fire. Diana slammed Garcelle for laughing about someone burning to death. In what world is it okay to laugh about watching someone burn to death? This is what Diana asked in a story that was reshared by Bravo Snarkside, who's a good friend of ours. Now, she then took aim at Cherie, who told Garcelle that she should at least spit on her. Spitting on her, speechless, Diana wrote, encouraging the cast to wake up. And she's also encouraging fans. She's saying, pretty much, you guys are sitting here bashing me for everything that I say. However, when it comes to Garcelle, you're not giving her the same energy. But Garcelle said something, listen, she's like, if she's on fire, I don't have water for her. Okay, listen, is it a nasty comment? Sure, but that's an old phrase that's been used multiple times. I guess so is see you next Tuesday, but at the end of the day, she didn't call someone a see you next Tuesday, which is a lot worse in my mind. But I am curious, that's why I wanted to ask you guys. In recent weeks, tensions between Garcelle and Diana have been high, and at the end of the last month, both Garcelle and Sutton, who feuded with Diana throughout season 12, have unfollowed Diana on Instagram, amid rumors claiming she or other members of the cast could have potentially been behind the alleged bots harassing Garcelle's 14-year-old son, which we do know. On the other end, we have Patrick Sommers, who's claiming that he was the one who was hired and it was his company, and he never meant for them to say anything racially charged. But I think when it comes down to all of this, it's just ridiculous. You shouldn't have any of I would never take credit for this. And people still don't know, is he telling the truth or is this a lie? People are still trying to figure this out at this point, and I just don't even know what to say. Now, days ago, amid the latest Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show, Garcelle took aim at Diana for her recent verbal attack against Sutton, during which she laughed while calling Sutton to see you next Tuesday and told her she has no friends. See, that's a lot more malicious and aggressive than saying, well, if she was on fire, I don't have water for her. I mean, that's an old saying, and I know, again, it sounds bad, and I'm not defending it. I'm sure Garcelle even thinks in her mind that was a silly comment to say, but Garcelle did not mean that as in the same sense, and I'm not sitting here taking a side, but Garcelle did not mean if she was literally on fire, she wouldn't pour water on her. We're talking about Garcelle Beauvais, as opposed to Diana when she said, well, you are a see you next Tuesday. That obviously came from right here, oh, well, you are. Now, this all happened, obviously, this past week, and she said she was evil. That was really something I've never seen coming from Garcelle. It was just uncalled for. I felt like Diana just, cut to the core and just said some really, really hurtful things. And then as part of a group, also on the show, Sutton described Diana's behavior as very low, as she used her miscarriages against her. She's also, listen, even for Sutton saying that Diana's behavior was really low, I'm not, again, defending anyone, but Sutton did sit there and say, oh, you're not on bed rest? Oh, I thought you were on bed rest. And it's like, if you're going to sit there and poke, she's going to give you a reaction. You said, excuse me, Diana, I'm talking. You're going to get a reaction. Women don't do that to each other, Sutton stated. And she said, you don't have any friends. You didn't even tell these people about your miscarriages. I've known these people for 3 years. There's a lot that I have not told these people about myself. So I think what Diana felt was that Sutton is trying to say, oh, well, I also had miscarriages, you know, and she's trying to relate to her, but she thought that she did it with malicious intent. However, if you go back and watch the episode and you see Erica and her cackle, the awful cackle, and the way that she was kind of treating the situation and the ha ha ha, it's like, this is a clearly divided group, and I've been saying this for a long time now. I think that what Bravo needs to do at this point is break up the monotony. We can't have the Fox Faux 5, Fox Faux 4, whatever it is, and we can't have like the separate group. It's not making it fun to watch, and now people are losing gigs over it. I did a video yesterday talking about Lisa Rinna, who lost a recent gig on Peacock. It was a Christmas special, and that gig was handed over to Garcelle. And the reason is because she's being completely nasty and out of line on social media, which is something that you're not even supposed to do as per your contract. There are other housewives that I know personally who have gotten into a lot of trouble for being this active on social media. If it's, you know, if they're going on and they're talking about one of the scenes or that week's episode, they're allowed to talk about that. But if they're going on and they're just being completely malicious, saying, you know, she's a racist, homophobic narcissist, and calling the audience hoes and bitches, and then slamming another franchise, the Real Housewives of Dubai. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that at all. But I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are, because when it comes down to it, they both have said really, these are two really bad things that you shouldn't say. Garcelle, I'm sure she'll come out and even say on the reunion when she's asked about it, listen, that was just a figure of speech. I don't mean that I don't have any water. Like if she was physically burning on the side of the road, I would not, you know, just sit there and not throw water on her. And I do honestly feel like Erica and Diana did mean when they called Sutton a see you next Tuesday, that they really honestly feel like she's a see you next Tuesday. But I wanted to hear your opinion and see where you're coming from with this, because Diana going on and posting this on social media is obviously trying to get, you know, people to see that she's not the only mean girl. That's what I think the focus of this is. And for me, I'm like, this wasn't enough for me. But maybe it was for you. And that's where I'm leaning. And that's where I'm trying to figure out where you guys are headed with this. So guys, go ahead and comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And tomorrow we are doing... From this day, tomorrow we are doing our interview. So go on the community tab and check out the photo. It's under members only, but check out the photo of the housewife we're interviewing, one of the most controversial housewives, and put in your questions. If you guys have a question and I feel like it's like good enough for the interview, then I will ask the question, I promise. I want you guys to get more involved. And I think that's part of the fun of doing the members only tabs. With that, guys, I mean, at this point that I play this or I put this up, I'm probably going to be on a flight. So wish us well. We will see you so very soon. There's a lot coming up. And don't forget, we have Hot Messy Podcast launching at the end of the month, September 30th. I love you guys so much. And we will see you. When's our next live? Monday. Bye, guys. Love you.